Welcome back, everyone. Okay, you try to control the light a little better. Okay, I need to just move it a little bit. I think this is good. Okay, trying to arrange it so that visibility would be at its best. Okay, we are going to do section C. Well, actually, we finished section C. I finished it, but the video was interrupted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat and do the same exact page, you know, different papers a little bit, but so that you can see how I constructed this one. It has a belt here, opens, a simple waterfall with 3 circle elements with pictures and photos in the back and a pocket. So it's a rather simple page, but I still would like to do this again. Okay, so I went ahead and cut the pieces. I'm going to go over the measurements with you. I put the glue on most of the parts already. And there's going to be just one slight difference is section C, the base page on which this all of the other components sit on is an 8 by 8. Okay, so C1 is 8 by 8. The duplicate page that I'm doing now, I am doing the base page with the 2 wings on the side, because when I put it in the book it's going to be mirrored, so it's just easier for me to do it that way. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and prepare the base page, which I already cut to 8 by 9, and I'm going to score it on both sides. Remember, section C will have the measurements of 8 by 8, and you will not need to do scoring or folding of the wings. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fold it just so that visually it's going to be easier for you to follow. Okay, so this is my base page. The second section that I'm going to put, I'm sorry, it's this one, are the 2 wings. The 2, I don't know how you call it. I call it belt because it closes like a belt, you know, both sides. So I went ahead and cut them already. And these are 6 by 2. And I trimmed the corners a little bit. And I'm going to score about an inch, and then at 7/8, and then again at 1 inch. At 7/8 and at 1 inch. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you. Okay, and the reason that I do that is to give it a little bit of a width here, so that it will sit nice and straight around the edge. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and put these pieces on before I attach it to my base. It's just easier that way to maneuver it when it's not attached. Also, I have magnets here. I'm going to go ahead and apply the magnets. Okay, so there will be one magnet on top and one magnet on the bottom. And I'm going to put it right around here. Okay. Now I'm going to take this tape, I'm going to put it on the other side and attach the magnet on the other side of the tape. And now I'm just going to see where about I want this magnet to land. So I'm gonna apply this one here and this one here. And it'll probably land right around there. Okay, so now I have my top and my bottom. It doesn't matter if I do it this way or I do it that way. Okay, I have my magnets. This one is a little too long to my liking. I'm gonna remove some of that glue out of there. Okay. Now the way that I will put those, I want to put the blue on top of the cardstock and then put the pattern paper on top of the blue. Okay. And if it I overshot this a little bit. And where's my glue? I know I took it out to refill it. Here we go. I'm probably going to have to trim all of them just a little bit. You can make them all a little too wide. Okay. Okay, so two of them I have the pattern, and two of them I'm gonna use just the blue. Again, put the glue as close as possible to the edge. Moved a little bit. Okay. I just want to make sure magnet still closes, but it's not as strong. Because I put 2 layers, not 1. Could have put it in between. So you know what, instead, I'm just going to use a stronger magnet right there. That's all. I'll put the stronger one on this one. Just have to measure it again. Okay. Okay. This is pretty neat. Okay. And I think the last one, this one, I'm going to apply after I put the those two sides onto the page. Just in case I need to move the magnet, I want to leave one of them free. Okay. So this will go here. About like that. Let me just see where I'm placing, what I'm placing where. And this will be here. And this will be here. So I like this one. I like it like that. Okay. Okay, so let's position the page. And see where my center is. I don't really need to mark it because I have my grid mat underneath it. I'm gonna do this way. Right? Yeah, I want to do it this way. Okay. I might be changing my mind a lot, but it's okay. I'm allowed. Okay, this is my center. Oh yeah, the magnet is in a pretty good place, I think. I might want to move it just a teeny bit. Want to move it just a teeny bit over to this side. Lady, want to go outside already? Yes? I think my dog wants to go outside. You can set the clock according to her. 9:30 on the dot. She goes to the door. Okay, I'm just going to let her out for a quick second. Come. You also want to go outside, Charlotte? Here you go. Okay. Okay, so this is ready. Second thing I'm going to do is prepare the flaps, the waterfall flaps. Okay, I have 3 of them. Did I give you the measurements of the belt? I don't remember if I gave it to you or not. Okay, so these are 5 3/4 by 1 7/8, and as you can see, we're adjusting them. Right, so I have 3 waterfall flap top flaps, and they are 5 by 7, and I'm scoring it 1/2 inch on the 5-inch side. Okay, so what I'm getting are flaps that you can very nicely fit a 4 by 6 photograph on, and a 3 flap waterfall will hold 6 photos. So to preserve paper, I do have quite enough, but I'm gonna put a white cardstock underneath it on the B side, and a pattern paper on the A side. So these are the measurements of the pattern paper, and again, you can use variations of it. Okay, this one is just a little too long, and I'm going to trim it a little bit. Okay, we need let's see, 6 3/4 or 4 3/8. Right, 6 3/4 by 4 3/8. Yeah, I mean you can even do by 4 1/4. Let's do it 4 1/4. Okay. I'm just going to re-ink the side. Sometimes I have a remnant and I'll put it aside. I'm like, oh, this will look good here. And I cut one side and I totally forget to cut the other side. So this is probably what happened here. Okay, so this will be my top. The second one is this piece that I found. Again, it's a remnant. And this is the third one. This is also a little too wide. I'm going to trim that one. So this is a little bit narrower, but it's still okay. So it's a little narrower than that one. Not exactly the same width. Now, if you're OCD and it has to be exactly the same, by all means, you can add something here. Even if you add something in the center, it'll still look good. You just cut it right smack the middle. And you can add like a dark blue in there and split it in two. It'll look really nice. You know what? Let me show it to you. Since we're talking, we can even do this one in the center because it's the same pattern, right? So supposedly this happens, and you have this. Okay, and again, you see how this one is about 1/8 of an inch shorter than the first one. So the options are to trim this, okay, and get this one to fit that, or you can add a little bit to this one. So we're opting, I'm gonna do this one, split it in half, because to trim this one down and get it even with the other one, anybody can do. That's not difficult. So first the first thing I'm going to do is find the middle, and this is my middle. It's right around there, and I'm going to measure it just to make sure. Okay, so from here to here, I have 3 1/4 plus 1/16. And that, here I have 3 1/4. Here I have 3 1/4. Okay, so I need 132. Ooh, it is on the dot. Okay. Over here. Okay, I'm going to trim it now. And I have 2 equal parts that I cut in the middle. And I can do it with this pattern because I have stripes going down. And I can just add this here in the center. So let me see how much I have to add. Half of this. maybe a little more than 4. Okay. I don't know if I want the piece that is inked or not. So I'm going to cut 2, one inked and one not, and see which one I like best. Okay, so that's the one that's inked, and I like that. That's the one that's not, and you see it a little less. It really looks like it's part of the page, but I don't know. If we're going to split it and define it, we might as well define it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put it on top. I hear rumbling upstairs. It's probably a lady having the zoomies. I'm gonna try to put the blue one here. Okay, here we go. So we expanded that one a little bit. Now we have this one that's only 6 inches and clearly missing 1/2 inch on each side. But for that one, I already anticipated, and I prepared 2 strips already. Again, I'm gonna have to trim it. I don't know why I was off on my measurements before. Yeah, lady has the zoomies. She's crazy. Crazy dog. Okay, so I just need to trim a little bit of the edge of these two. Maybe a little more. I'll put this in the center and these on both sides, and it'll compensate. And I might want to do a little teeny more. Okay, so again, there are a lot of ways you can build a little collage from different paper, different cuts, different colors, and compensate on the measurements that you want. This is true for when you're, very particular about certain print, certain parts of the pattern paper that you want to use, and you don't want to waste the rest of it. Oops. The only thing that you might want to watch for is pattern paper have a lot of times a certain direction, right side or sideways. For example, if you're using let me close the door because my neighbor with his car. Okay. You done with your zoomies, lady? Okay. So if, for example, you're using something like this with a bird towards you, you really can't turn it around and place it upside down. So just pay attention that your paper is the right side. Okay, so we have this one and this one. That's what's so cool about a double-sided paper. Okay. So this is my third page. And we can go ahead and put this there. Okay, you know, I want to show you how to put in paper straight, the straight way, so that you're not going to move it around. You see, so I only moved part of the tape, and you're holding it where there is no tape. Okay, and this is where you're going to start at. So over here you can still move it. You see there's no tape, there's nothing. You can move it around, make sure that it's straight, and then you can go around with your fingers to the edge. And over here I already have the tape removed. So now I'm slowly putting it down like that. Okay, when it's down, then you can go back, lift it, and remove the tape. So remove it from one side, the second side, the third side. Okay. Now we're going to turn it around, and we're going to put on the back side, we're going to apply white cardstock, and on both sides we're going to just put pattern paper. So we're going to start with the two sides, I think. So I have this one and this too, and let's do this one. I don't want to repeat myself. Oh, we can repeat. I can repeat it. Why not? Have a little green. I don't have this pattern much with the red, so I might as well do it. Okay. I'm talking to myself. Can't believe how I talk to myself. I know I'm talking to you, but it feels like I'm talking to myself. Okay. Okay, so I have those two sides done, and I'm gonna put the white cardstock now. I normally don't put liquid glue on the white cardstock because for some reason this particular brand, I'm not gonna mention what it is, I'm not crazy about it, you can't really put any glue on it because you'll see it every time, and I don't know why. I don't know, because of the consistency of the paper. I don't know. I just know that I cannot put any liquid glue on it. Okay, so this is one. 2. And 3. Excelente. Okay, maybe later on I'll go back and I'll add another strip this way. I don't know, but for now it's not really necessary. I can leave it like that. Okay, I'm going to put tape on the wing. And this is the order that I want my pages to be. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm gonna go on back to the first page. This is the top. I'm just turning it around because it's easier to apply it this way. And I'm gonna put it right at the center. Okay. Here, here, and here. Like that. Okay. Come on. Behave. Okay. Page 1 down. Page 2 is this. You know what, before I put it in, I'm gonna put this, just gonna be easier for me to do it now. This strip there. I'll take the strip of the blue. It's 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch by 7 3/4. And I just want to cover the hinge really nice. There we go. Don't want to put it too close to the fold. Just over. Okay. Now I can put this there. Put it right underneath it. Oh, did not plan on that happening. I can't believe it. Okay. It's on there. Just don't forget to iron it. Okay. Let's put the second one. Don't saturate it with glue. Just make sure the edges are done. Very nice. And the third one. Okay, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a push just so that it will lay nice. Okay, now we're gonna put the blue cardstock right there. Like that. So I'll take the center out. And actually I'm just going to take the bottom down. There. Over here it's not that even, but I don't care because I'm going to put a pocket over it anyway. So this is my pocket piece. Oh, I did not give you a measurement of this. This piece is 7 3/4 by 4 3/4. No, can't be. 7 3/4 by 6 and a little. Okay. So pocket 9 by 2.5. Scored twice on the 9 side and one on the 2.5 side. So let's bring our scoring board. And we're going to score 1/2 inch on the right, 1/2 inch on the left. And 1/2 inch on the bottom. Okay. Cut the edges. Gonna cut a triangle exactly where the two score line meet. And here's my pocket. Now my little one is here. Little Miss Charlotte. You're not jumping on my desk. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, you can't. And if you give mommy about 5 minutes, I will finish. And I can play with you, okay? Oh, I get those looks from my dogs. What do you mean you're busy and you can't play with me? What do you mean? Now you're gonna bark? Are you gonna bark at me? I know that face. I can tell. No, Honey, give me 1 minute. Okay. Let's put the pocket. Get down. Get down. Charlotte. No, no, no. You cannot. Little rascal. Okay, it's my pocket. And the only thing I want to do now, I'll just put a couple of clips here on my pocket. And let's make those buttons. So when I have leftover paper, and where is that? it on the side. Okay, here it is. So these are my little tiny ones that I have left over. And a lot of times I like to just cut circles out of them. You know, for example, with this one, or with the blue, this one. So let's do it with the blue. So I'm just going to cut a bunch of circles. Well, it's with my punch. I'm punching it, I'm not cutting it. I'll punch these out. And I also punched out circles from cardstock. Okay, so I want for each one of those elements, I want 3. I cut about 9. I need 9 of them for 3. And you ink the edges. You can hold them together if you want to make it faster, see? Okay. And you might want to ink the cardstock as well. It will give it dimension. Okay, glue 3 together. Okay, it's a really fast and easy way to create interest. You know, it just breaks the colors, it will break the yellow, it'll put everything together. Okay. So on the other page, I put it on the right. Over here, I think I'm just going to put it on the left. And I'll put it up there. Okay. Another thing that you can do is make like a button for the center. Now if you want to put it here or here, but we can make a button right there. So you cut 3 or 4 circles. You punch, again, I'm saying cut, but I mean punch. Because I use my circle punch. If you don't have a circle punch, you can use scissors. And I cut 3 different sizes. Okay. I have 2 1-inch diameter, which I'm gonna leave with the craft color. And I have 2 smaller ones. Let's do it in the dark blue. Then you can just put this in the center. You have a little button, which you can put it here or you can put it there. I'm gonna put it here. Okay, and we're gonna let it dry. But our page is finished. Yeah. It's simple. 3 flaps and a buckle. And we're just gonna let this dry. Okay, thank you for watching. This again is section C, and I've duplicated the page, so I made it twice, the same page. When I come back, we'll do section D. Thanks for watching. Bye.